Sesibuyile ke torho esivenkeleni sahleli no hip to bisque sancancazelo kwangoku because sithetha nge-ice lounge. I-lounge yasekhaya eyenziwe nge-ice qha. Aaron,
yes.
How is that even possible? Where did they get all the ice from?
Well, you see, quite a bit of the ice was actually imported from a lake in Canada because in South Africa, unfortunately, we just can't produce the block of ice fast enough. It takes 4 days to make 1 brick of ice that was used in the ice lounge.
So how do they get it from the lake in Canada to South Africa?
Well, you see, they actually had to ship it over. There's a company in Canada that also freezes the ice the proper way it's meant to be frozen, and then they had to ship them all over here, and then they were glued together to make up the ice
I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, getting on the phone, hello, Canada, how's it going? We need about 60 tons of ice back to South Africa. We want to build a lounge, built out of ice.
That's kind of what happened,
It's
actually.
just really cool. Well, let's take a look at what it actually looks like.
I-Victoria ne-Alfred Waterfront yaseKapa likhaya lokuzonwabisa i-ice lounge ngethuba imozulu ibifudumele ngaphakathi kule ndawo kubanda kakhulu.
It's another gorgeous summer's day out here in Cape Town, and if you're looking for the city's coolest hangout, it's right behind me. It's all ice, baby, at minus 10.5 degrees Celsius inside. It's the ice lounge right here in the V&A Waterfront.
Umphakathi wale ice lounge umhle kakhulu. Kukho nezibane ezibhanya-bhanya nendawo zokuhlala ezikhuthaza umnxibelelwano.
I'm here with Dave Buerta, director of ThorIce. And Dave, my very first question, I'm sure everybody wants to know, what makes this ice so different from the ice you find in your freezer?
Firstly, normal ice that you find in nature always freezes from the top. You'll see it in lakes and rivers and oceans. The ice is always on top and icebergs float. We force freeze it from below. We put minus 40 degrees beneath a block of water and we suck the surface out, we heat it and we put it back. So the top is warm and the bottom is cold, and that forces it to freeze from the bottom up. It makes it completely clear. There's no impurities in it. In fact, it's much stronger from a structural point of view because there's no air trapped in it.
Okay, so the ice lounge can take 150 people. Now, with all those people in there giving off lots of heat, how do you manage to keep everything cold?
With lots of money. We have equipment that we've had to buy, and we've got 4 huge refrigeration units that actually suck the heat out of the freezer. It's quite a complicated thing because not only are we sucking the heat out, we're sucking the moisture out as well, because all of our breath is laden with moisture. So we actually have to take the moisture and the heat out of the bodies that are going in there.
There's a magnificent mandala inside. How did you create that out of ice?
We work in layers, so we'll machine out either by hand or with a machine a 5mm layer, which we'll then fill with jelly. We take the same jelly that you would use to make a dessert at your house. We mix it with a tempera pigment as a fine powder paint. We introduce it into the cavity in the ice. It's cold enough that it doesn't melt the ice, and it's warm enough that the jelly is still liquid. As it hits the ice, it immediately goes solid, and then we freeze a lid on the back of it, and it's preserved.
Okay, let's talk about the human element.
Yes.
Obviously, going into a place that, I mean, right now when we were in, it was minus 10.5 degrees. Can it be damaging to you in any way to go from such extreme heat to such extreme cold?
No, it's not damaging to you at all. It's not that extreme as a temperature. Worldwide climates are much colder than that. Yet, body does undergo a few changes. First of all, we're not in there for a very long time. You don't get sick from getting hot and cold. You actually get sick from germs that other people have. And so the one danger you may have, if the person standing next to you in the freezer has a cold and he sneezes on you, you may well catch the cold.
Okay, have you got a special message for any of our viewers?
Yes. Water is essential to human existence on this planet. So if there's any message I can give to this generation, our young generation, is to be kind to water and treat it with respect, because it is actually going to kill humanity. We will actually become extinct as a species if we do not change our behavior with regard to water.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dave, for chatting to us in Hip to be Square, and we wish you a very cool day further.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Abatyeleli abalindelekanga uba bahlale apha ngaphezu kwe-euro i-ice lounge ngeyona ndawo epholileyo.
So daai het hulle koud is dit daar in daai ice lounge, Victoria en Alfred Waterfront hier so in die Kaap, en ek dink Aljanne, dit gaan daar weer tot so einde Maart maand, so as julle bietjie koud wil kry in die warme hitte, gaan maar af en kyk dit.
It definitely is going to be there, so you want to catch it before all the ice melts. But before that, add some more to your brain boxes by having a look at today's fact file.